Give Black Ops more than 2 shotguns. Check. Make the shotguns primaries. Check. Nerf the shotguns. Check. Wait, what? Ah, crap. Welcome to the Stakeout. Hello, this is Raging Amish, and this is the Stakeout in Black Ops. I'm not sure how many of you are aware of this, but the Stakeout is actually an iconic weapon. I mean, sure, it's a decent shotgun in Black Ops. You can use it to kill opponents and zombies alike, but that's not what I'm getting at. The Stakeout is actually the Ithaca 37. It's a popular shotgun that's been around since the late 1930s. The Stakeout has been used by law enforcement agencies, which of course means it has also popped up in plenty of movies. It's impossible for me to nail these movies down, but some of my personal favorites include Aliens with Michael Biehn, The Terminator with Arnold, and of course, The Thing with Kurt Russell. Ew, that looks squishy. Anyway, in Black Ops, the Stakeout is one of 2 pump-action shotguns, the other being the Master Key. Unlocked at level 8, the Stakeout is available very early in the Prestige. You don't have to play long before you get this. Being that the Stakeout is a pump-action, the rate of fire is low, coming in at a rate of 92 RPM, or roughly 3 shots every 2 seconds. The gaps between shots are long, leaving you very vulnerable if the first shot doesn't do the job. The Stakeout comes with a 4-shell capacity. To put it bluntly, this sucks. The capacity is low, which also means you have a very poor ammo loadout. 16 shells. That's pretty bad.
Take this!
Thankfully, the shots are strong. With each pull of the trigger, you fire 8 pellets that do 40 to 10 damage, or 320 to 80 damage per shot. Up close, the Stakeout is very reliable for one-hit kills. However, at the limits of your range, you could be looking at a 3-hit kill. It's very hard to predict. The reason it's so hard to predict is because, like all shotguns, the damage drops off very quickly. The good news is the Stakeout has the longest range of all the shotguns. The Stakeout drops off at about 17 meters, which is a smidgen longer than the rest of the weapons in this class. Still, despite the extra range bonus, the Stakeout is definitely a close quarter weapon. In the grand scheme, the Stakeout doesn't quite play like any of the other shotguns. It does have low penetration power, which isn't anything special, but for the most part, the Stakeout is a different beast.
'Cause it's different than us, see?
For instance, the crosshairs are actually something special. The Stakeout has slightly smaller crosshairs than the rest of the primaries. Is it significant? Kinda. I say the effect is arguably negligible, but this point is really up for debate. The raise and drop times come in as follows. You raise the gun in 0.8 seconds, and you drop it in 0.7 seconds. These are the slowest raise and drop times on any shotgun, so keep this in mind. Switching to and from the Stakeout is a bit of a risk when fighting with this weapon, but don't worry, the Stakeout's not all bad. We have some positive notes to go over.
Now I'll show you what I already know.
The ADS time is good. The Stakeout has a quick 0.2 second aim down sight time, just like the other shotguns. The reload times are also good, which is a godsend considering some of the stuff we've gone over so far. The capacity is low, but thankfully reloading isn't a painful chore. The first shell reloads in a second, and each subsequent shell reloads in a half second. The Stakeout has yet another benefit. Recoil is pretty much a non-issue. This shouldn't be a surprise. The rate of fire is incredibly low. The center speed by default comes in at 800. I know that sounds bad, but considering the fire rate, recoil is a non-issue when aiming down the sight. Also, I haven't even gone into the grip yet, so trust me when I say that kick isn't a problem.
I mean it.
Speaking of aiming down the sight, the irons on the Stakeout are pretty clean. The tip is clear and the sights are usable. Couldn't ask for more. And considering the irons are the only sight, you're stuck with them. There's something else I should mention while we're on the topic of aiming down the sight. The Stakeout significantly lowers the spread of its pellets when you aim down the sight. All of the shotguns do this, actually. The Stakeout is the only shotgun where I think the effect of aiming down the sight is actually noticeable. Aim down the sight when you can. It's to your advantage to do so. So, with the recoil done, that leads me to the attachments. Or attachment, I should say. The Stakeout has just one option, the grip. Seriously, just one attachment? Why just one?
Alright, cut the bullshit!
The grip does two things. First, the center speed is up to 1200 and the fire rate is up to 109 RPM. Why does the rate of fire increase? I don't know. Perhaps using a handle makes you quicker at pumping the shotgun. I think that's what she said. Regardless, the grip negates kick and helps the fire rate. Use it. The grip doesn't come with any penalties, and it's your only choice, so you should always pick this attachment. Not only should you choose the grip, but you should also make sure to guide your perk selection properly. For the blue perk, I have to say I think Ghost fits best. I know I've been giving mixed messages about Ghost over the past 6 months. Let me just clear things up a bit. I don't like Ghost if someone's using it to camp. Emphasis on camp. For me, that just sucks the fun out of the game. Here's a little memento from me to you if you are a corner camping Ghost.
Fuck you, asshole.
Ghost doesn't annoy me if a player is on the move. I like fast-paced matches. If you're camping with Ghost, yes, I'm annoyed. If you're on the move, I don't care what blue perk you're using. It's fine by me. Outside of Ghost, Scavenger is a good choice. The Stakeout has ammo issues. Scavenger will cure this ill. For the red perk, I have two answers. First is the textbook answer. Sleight of Hand is the best choice because you get Sleight of Hand Pro. You can better take advantage of the shotgun's ability when aimed down the sight. Now let me give you the real world answer. I actually recommend Steady Aim, or more specifically, Steady Aim Pro. Now before you all jump me in disagreement, give me a moment to explain.
Back off. Way off.
When using the Stakeout, you need to be on the move, and you have to get your shot off quickly. The Stakeout banks on killing with one lethal blow, and the sooner you get that shot off, the better. Steady Aim Pro raises the shotgun after sprinting at twice the speed. This perk is a natural fit. Additionally, the base version of Steady Aim gives you flexibility. You can choose to aim down the sight or fire from the hip. You need cat-like reflexes when using a shotgun, and I found most often that firing from the hip is the faster and more effective option. Finally, for the green perk, I say Marathon. You need the extra mobility so you can get close to your enemies quickly. If they're not in range, then the shotgun is just dead weight. So with that said, I'm almost done, but I still have to cover zombies. So let's see if a pump-action shotgun comes in handy against the undead. I'll give you a clue. It's a short-range powerhouse.
I'd like to keep this handy for close encounters.
I heard that.
The Stakeout is a wall weapon. However, don't let that deceive you. The Stakeout can be purchased for 1500 points. And more importantly, it's a one-hit kill up to level 12. That's lethal for a wall weapon. I always go for one of these when playing zombies. Granted, I try to avoid using it because it doesn't make all that much money, but the fact is it will get you out of a pinch if you need it to. The Stakeout is the early game powerhouse. If you pack-a-punch this weapon, you get the Raid, and this shotgun kicks absolute mountains of ass. The Raid has a 10 shell capacity and keeps a one-hit kill potential past level 18.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
No other wall weapon can match that. The reload rate is doubled, and the capacity is huge. I love this weapon. It's a reliable workhorse for when you need it. With zombies done, we're nearing the end of the Stakeout. If I had to sum up this gun in one word, I'd call it inconsistent. The Stakeout has the most potential of any shotgun. It has the longest one-hit kill range of any weapon in this class, and it matches the Olympia in performance up close. Here's the problem. I have another nickname for the Stakeout. I call it the hitmarker. Sometimes the Stakeout just decides that it doesn't feel like it's going to bring down the enemy. I have to admit, using the Stakeout makes me understand what it would be like to fight a Terminator. I love the Terminator series, love it to death, and I know this is going to sound like blasphemy, but I like it more than Call of Duty. That movie series is simply epic. Still, that said, I find that scene to be so ironic when you consider the Call of Duty universe. Go and watch that movie again sometime. You have Michael Biehn with the Stakeout, who's only getting hit markers. Arnold, who's a dirty, no-good second-chance whore. Seriously, he's got the M1911 and everything. And to top it all off, Arnold's carrying the 9mm Uzi.
Fuck you, asshole.
For the record, I know that in real life the Uzi is actually a very good SMG. It's just crap in Black Ops. Okay, now back to the Stakeout. In summary, the time between shots gives the Stakeout its character. The shots are powerful, but the slow pump action nature is unforgiving. You have little room for error, because if you do screw up, you'll get a hit marker, and most likely die. Still, the shotgun is strong, and fun for some. Try this sucker out. You can't write it off until you've at least tried it. I hope you enjoyed the Stakeout, and I hope you'll join me next time, where I'll be covering the crossbow. Pray for me. This has been Raging Amish. Until next time, vaya con Dios.